having scenes with Pippa and like kind of their like the friendship and like things that come out of that is really nice. Like you don't really see her interacting positively with any women in the first season. So seeing that is really nice. And I think like adds a lot, like a different color to her.
Now, I am really excited to talk with both of you today about season 2 of Tell Me Lies. I mean, this friend group is back and they're as troubled and toxic as ever. I can't wait for everyone to see. I'm going to try and go light on the spoilers today. So, Alicia, we see at the end of season 1, obviously, Steven and Diana are back together. How are we going to see their relationship play out this season? Because there's some big twists and turns there.
Yeah, I think that things get really rocky. And I think that you see in a lot of relationships, people stay together when they shouldn't necessarily. And I think that also within a relationship, that it's really hard to break out of something, and like something that like a red flag that can seem very obvious from the outside. Once you're in it and once you like really care about and like love that person, it can be a lot harder to see and like grapple with. So yeah, it's complicated for sure.
It really is. I feel like we did get to know like Diana in a new way though this season. Did you feel like you got to play her in a different way or get to know her differently?
Yeah, I think so. I think that like her interacting and like, you know, having scenes with Pippa and like kind of their like the friendship and like things that come out of that is really nice. Like you don't really see her interacting positively with any women in the first season. So seeing that is really nice. And I think like adds a lot, like a different color to her. That's really refreshing and like sweet.
Yeah, I was going to say, I do love the relationship, the friendship that forms between Diana and Pippa this season. So Sonia, could you talk a little bit about that from Pippa's angle?
Yeah, I think it's a very interesting, rare relationship because they don't come in expecting to be friends. I think Pippa's the most honest with Diana than that like she probably is with anyone in her life, and that creates a really interesting thing where like in some ways they're very connected and in other ways it's very much like walking on eggshells, and there's so many things that we can't talk about. And then there's other things where I'm like, whoa, you see me, no one sees me. Or you're showing up in a way that no one is able to, and you're able to intuit that. But I also can't talk to you at all. I don't know. I think it's really interesting. And it was really fun to find. Yeah.
And I love getting to see Pippa's next chapter of this relationship with Wrigley too. I thought that was an interesting dynamic. Can you tease for us a little bit how that's going to go this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think they have to find a way, obviously, to reconnect for that to happen. And then I don't know. It's just like they start to get to know each other as people, not just as like this boyfriend girlfriend idea that they had before. And they're both really going through a really hard time. And I almost feel like they're just thrown together out of circumstance, and that from that and everything they're going through, we start to see like a very real relationship between them. And a lot of things that are unsaid. And it was just really, it was really interesting and really fun finding that with Spencer and yeah, I think we're both very like spontaneous and like to kind of catch the other person off guard. So it was fun to try those scenes in a lot of different ways and see what landed.
Well, this second season was amazing. And I loved watching it. So thank you so much for talking with me about it.